here. Well, that worked. Amazing. Now it's cool. It's on air. Hello, everybody. I'm Piper, and I am here with my researcher, Sai.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sai. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
If you are following us in the, video version, you might see that we are operating similar shirts. Yes, t-shirts. We have the same t-shirts, Sai and I, and we homemade them earlier today. If you want to see some of that, make sure that you go on our Patreon, patreon.com/2girls1electric-car. Why do we have a t-shirt that says loose on it? That's because what happened yesterday, Sai. You want to tell the story?
Oh yeah, someone commented. There was a person that said these are loose girls. Yeah, and they don't want to take advice from loose girls.
Yeah. So now we are loose girls for real.
Yeah, we're
'Cause we got
leaning
a
into
t-shirt.
it. We're leaning into the loose brand.
Yeah. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Thank you so much for being here. The podcast is called While You Wait for Your EV to Charge. You listen to the podcast, we bring you entertainment and also, lots of electric vehicle information. Now, we are very open to all electric vehicles, and that is why we are going to talk about dating with an electric car. How's your dating life? How are you actually doing all of these things that we used to do? Well, in the olden days, you know what happened? You had to go somewhere and talk to people. Yeah, you had to do that. That's how you would get a date. You would go to a bar. Well, not during Prohibition, but you would go somewhere, maybe at school. You would meet the love of your life just because you had to, because you couldn't have sex before you got married. I mean, it was so complicated. And then at one point, what happened? We invented Tinder. Ooh, that changed everything, right, Sai?
That definitely. Also, this is about dating as an EV owner, not dating your car. Two different things.
Yeah, two different things.
Yeah.
You could have this kind of weird fetish where you date your car, which is just fine with us. I mean, we're very inclusive. But that being said, this is about dating not your car, but another person, but you have an electric car, or that other person has an electric car, and how will that impact your dating life scene, hashtag, whatever you want to put in there. I mean, you go ahead. Walter Johnson is here. Hey, thank you so much, Walter. Will Garcia, thanks for being a Patreon, Will. Car dating sounds like carpooling with intimacy. That's funny. I mean, we could definitely choose that title. That's a good title. And then Richard Heckley is also there. Take a car to the movies and bars. Well, okay, maybe not bars, because you're not supposed to drink and drive, right, Sai?
Exactly, yeah. You can't do that. That's
so you
not
can
a
go
good
to the
idea.
movies, you can get a cola, some popcorn.
Unless one of you is not drinking, but that won't be a fun date then.
Oh, so it's more fun if both of you are drinking and both of you are partaking into the dating. As this says, and it's perfect that we have our loose t-shirts for this dating episode, right?
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense that way. Okay, super cool. Yes, I want you to tell me, okay, what is on your list? What is on your dating list? Let's start like that. Ooh, yeah, I have a genie ponytail. Why? Because I want you to see my my looseness. Woohoo! They need to bring back the drive-in movies. Well, okay, they took away some of those, but they're not all. Have you ever been in a drive-in, Sai?
No.
You've never been to a drive-in?
I've seen it in movies, but I have not actually been to a drive-in. Is there even a drive-in?
I don't even know if there's one in Vancouver. Can you Google this?
Yeah.
Is there like a drive-in theater in Vancouver? I've been to a lot of drive-ins when I was young and not too young, it depends. Not the same experience, people. There's an age for that. And we have here Carl, who just tuned in. Piper, this is what pontoon boats are for. Yeah, but we're talking electric, Carl. Come on, give us some electric pontoons. There's a drive-in. Where is that?
Just one.
Just one drive-in?
Yeah, it says just one, but it's not Vancouver, it's Langley.
Is it Langley?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit further away. Okay, so Langley is a bit like, I guess, less than 30 minutes from Vancouver. Kind of, sort of 30 minutes. A good 30 minutes from Vancouver. Yeah. But there's a drive-in there.
Yeah, Twilight Drive. It looks really sad.
Maybe because there's all these electric cars that have not been there. That would be a great idea, and actually Elon Musk is implanting that, or 20% of him is implanting that. Tesla is putting up a supercharger on, I think, is it Melrose, Santa Monica, one of these streets in Hollywood, and it's gonna have some drive-in theater while you charge. Now they're not saying that they're gonna post the new 50 Shades of Grey. What they're saying is that they're gonna project on the big screen like the best movie moments ever. So that should be quite interesting. I can't wait to see that.
He doesn't want to pay copyright.
He doesn't want to pay the copyrights, right? So he's just going to put less than 30 seconds.
He's going to stream movie clip from YouTube.
He's going to stream movie clips from YouTube. That would make a lot of sense. Like a lot of sense. Tiger 311 says drive-ins still exist. We have 4-screen drive-in theater in Memphis, Tennessee. Ooh, nice. Okay. So some people still go to the drive-ins. I mean, it's a great date to go to the drive-ins. And well, since we're on the subject of electric car dating, and we are talking about drive-ins, I mean, electric car would be literally the best thing, the best vehicle to bring at the drive-in. Why? Because you can put it in camp mode if you have a Tesla Model X just like me. And that will allow you to keep the temperature of your car without draining the battery. You know that happens sometimes. You're like, okay. I'm going to shut off the car, but then you need to turn the key just enough so you get the radio. And then you want to still put a little bit of ambience, so get some of that heat so the screens don't, like your windows don't fog up. But at the same time, there's some mosquitoes out there. So this is like so many dilemmas at the drive-in. That being said, for those of you who are really courageous, what you do at the drive-ins, I mean, is that you kind of go outside. But it's too cold sometimes, so you need to stay in, put a little bit of heat, put that radio on to the right channel. And then you're ready to go. You're ready to, drive in and stay there for the rest of the evening. So electric vehicles, of course, they make less noise, and they have this capability to be on without polluting for hours and hours and hours. Yes, just like if you were with your gas vehicle on the battery. But then, would the battery die? Oh, that'd be so sad. We have, what? Okay, wait. Carl says, Piper, love that hair. Thank you very much, Carl. I have a huge ponytail, a bit like Ariana Grande, but different. How we end? With a Tesla, you can have a date in the car. You can watch films on the big display and have heated seats. A lot of other things, lol. Yeah, the heated seats are really something, right, Sai? We had to try them.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
When we were live podcasting in this place that was super cold.
Yeah, it's really, it comes in handy for like those situations. Now, also, I'm guessing for dates as well.
Yeah, because you want the girl to be hot, right?
Is that why the screen or this side? Right?
Oh.
In this side?
What do you mean? But in the Tesla, the screens are on... In the Model 3?
And I think other model is vertical.
Oh, so now the Model 3 has horizontal screens? Horizontal? No more vertical?
Like this.
Yeah, it's horizontal, not vertical. So my Tesla Model X 2016 has a screen that is vertical. Well, it's cool because you get to smush more, but it can be maybe a little bit less comfortable in that sense. But if you do have an horizontal screen, that allows for movie nights. Yeah, so you can do a whole bunch of things in your electric vehicle. It can definitely be some type of camp mode, some type of other place you can go at, and be there. So thank you, Howie, for that comment. And then Electric Brian adds to that, with a Tesla, all streaming services like movies can be in drive-in movies. Okay, so yeah, you can just like literally take your Tesla, not go to the drive-in, and do your very own little drive-in movie in your Tesla from that screen in your Tesla. So that could be a super great idea for a date. It's cheap, it's fun, you stay in your garage and you don't die, which is great.
That is great. That's preferred.
That's preferred, right?
Yeah.
We always prefer the no dying law.
And if you have a daughter and you want to go to the driving, just use the Tesla in the garage. And watch them.
Then you have full control. Okay, and if you have a child, or not a child, a teenage girl, and she wants to go to the drive-in with a guy, you just say, you know what? You have the drive-in here. You keep the car here. You do everything in the garage, and then you can spy on them. Way easier to keep control of your children and keep these grandchildren maybe 10 years later, you know? We want to keep that like that. We have drive-ins here. That's from Carl. And then Walter says, go out to eat at the restaurant. Yes, that could be a good dating idea. But again, we're trying to include the dating scene with our very own electric vehicles, or what are the advantages of having an electric vehicle in the dating scene. So far, the drive-in seems to be like really intense. We're getting there. Swimming pool and park with charger. I mean, swimming pool could be cool. Some people like to see the girl in bikini, you know, before something happens. You kind of get a good teaser of what's gonna happen later. But a park with a charger, that can also be great. If you go charge somewhere, you can just plug it in. You can literally plug in, not yourself, the car. You can plug the car in and then have this type of movie night. Yeah, this like on-the-go experience, driving experience in your very own vehicle without going anywhere. So it doesn't cost much because you've already paid for the vehicle. You're keeping it plugged. If you have free electricity like me on my Tesla Model X 2016, well, that's not costing you anything. You just go somewhere, grab some popcorn, home make it, grab a few bottle of, I don't know, Coca-Cola, something you can drive with afterwards, and then it's all ready to go. Okay, I'm Piper, and I'm with my researcher,
Sai.
and we are here on the podcast called While You Wait for your EV to charge. We bring you entertainment and also, well, information about electric vehicles. Make sure that you tune in. It's at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Yes, Vancouver time. Every single day. It lasts an hour and a half because some, well, electric vehicles still need an hour and a half to get to full charge. When it's going to be later in life, maybe this podcast is going to be only 10 minutes because that's what it's going to take to charge. But for now, while you're waiting to do whatever you need to wait for, we are there for you. And that might be finding a girlfriend, boyfriend, LGBTQAI+. We don't mind, we don't judge. And we don't mind and don't judge what you're driving either as an electric vehicle. So tell me, what is on your dating list? What is on there? Because there's a lot of stuff that is on people's dating lists. Now, there are some things that you clearly need to, disclose on your profile, on your dating profile. And I'm saying that not lightly. You should disclose these things. It's just like HIV, same thing. You should disclose that. Okay, so you should disclose if you're a vegan. You should disclose that. Don't make people waste their time. If you're a vegan, you need to say that.
If you're a vegan,
You need to say vegan.
And you need to say if you have an Android phone or an iPhone.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah, it's
That's very,
super
very important. You need to disclose these things on your profiles, internet profiles. Now, if you're just out and about at Starbucks and you go to someone and you say, hey, you have beautiful eyes, that's different. They're probably already going to see your phone because it's going to be in your hands. But, yes.
Oh, cool. How many people are dating? We need that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Chris. Hey, thanks for tuning in also. So how many people are currently... Not how many people are you currently dating right now?
No.
Are you currently dating? I know Carl has a lot. How many people are currently dating? Oh, no. Okay, let's say, are you currently dating? Yes. No. Let's start this poll. What else should you disclose? Sai, do you have more ideas? I mean, you had iPhone, Android. You have to disclose that. You have to disclose if you're vegan. What else would you want to know about someone before you actually go on a date with them?
Are they bald?
Bald?
Yeah, is that a toupee? Is that a toupee in the
Okay,
picture?
you
Or
want
is it
to know
real
if
hair?
it's fake or real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like bald guys.
No.
Sai does not like
No.
Vin Diesel. It's good to know. Good to know.
Sorry.
So no Vin Diesel for Sai. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the only reason for the baldness.
What else?
What else? Okay, I got here. Do you have pets? You need to disclose if you have pets. You have to disclose that. Even a goldfish. I mean, if you tell no, I don't have pets, you need to say you have a cat, a dog, a scorpion. It doesn't matter. If you have pets, you need to disclose that. Okay, I also have, if you have kids. Right? You need to say if you have kids.
That's a big one. If you have kids.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Some people love their plants so much, they say, oh, I'm a plant mom. So you should say that you have kids. If people are
If
saying that
real
they have
human
plans,
kids, yeah, you
Yeah.
should say that you have human kids.
and
as
then
well.
dog mom and dog dad, that's so weird. I really don't get that. But yeah, you should definitely okay, so Carl says my girlfriend is not bald. Good for you,
him.
Carl.
Yeah, good
you
for
guys
Carl.
have the same taste in humans so far. Walter Johnson says cats are nice. Yes, if you like them. So those are things that you really need to add to that list of Tinder, Grindr, whatever, Craigslist. I mean, they don't do that anymore since some people got killed.
The three
Three important dating apps out there here right now.
You're going crazy.
And now, okay, you should add also if that's a plus for you, if you have a car or not. Some people want this independence, or some people are like, I want somebody who has a car who can take me places. If you're a pretty active person, but you're using like public transport and all of that, maybe you want to disclose if you have a vehicle. And which leads us to, what vehicle do you have? Yeah, because that's a new thing. Now people have electric vehicles. Of course, if you have a Ferrari, we know it's going to be in your pictures. We're not going to need to disclose it. There's no way somebody's going to be like...
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Ferrari, just FYI.
If you're into that.
If you have a Ferrari, of course you have a
Of course you have a picture. But what we're saying right now is if you have an EV, you should have a picture. It's going to attract the same type of people as you. Yeah.
too much vegan.
Maybe too many vegans. Well, that was
That's
like...
why you're not saying I'm not a vegan, but I drive electric.
Yeah, you need to specify that. You need to be like, I'm not a vegan, but I drive electric for other reasons. And then
I don't care about the environment.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I just want an electric car.
because
because
it's
of
more
whatever.
it's more calm and it's easier to charge at home and all of these other great points
Yeah,
that
just
make so
say
that EVs are better.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it on
Yeah.
your profile. You will attract more people like you, which is what you want. You don't want a date that is not like you. Okay, you don't want them to be like a copy paste person, but at the same time, you want to have the same values, right? Or else why would you be with that person? To fight every day? This is not a thing. You only fight here. On While You Wait, the podcast where we talk about everything and anything related to electric vehicles, and that also means dating with an electric car. And that is not you having a date with your electric car. That's you having a date with another human and your electric car, in that sense. Okay, now, we did start a poll. Let's go see what's happening. Are you currently dating? We have 15% of our audience that says yes, and 85% of our audience that says no. Okay, perfect. So most of the people in here are not actually dating. They're not looking for that date. Well, you never know. Maybe something's gonna happen, and then you can always come back to this podcast to, well, help you go back into this dating scene. If you know someone that is single and you're like, I can't wait for that person to find someone because I'm tired of like them being the third wheel, well, you share this podcast with them right now. Super easy. Click the share arrow right down there, and then you can send it to them via Facebook, Reddit, X, even via text messages. Yeah, I know, it's that intimate. Now, Will Garcia 1 says, lol, yup, I would never date someone who cares about what brand phone I use. Also, would never date someone who doesn't love animals. Oh, Will, you and I can never be together. This romance is
But that's
over.
good. That's good. He knows what he wants.
Yes,
he knows what
does.
he wants and what he doesn't want.
Exactly.
That's exactly the kind of clarity you need
That
for
is
your
the-
dating profile. So
that
good
is
for
the
you,
clarity you
Will.
need.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
good for you, Will. You need to know these things, or else how are you gonna get the right person for you if you don't know yourself? This is what we are helping you achieve here on the podcast. That has nothing to do with dating, but everything to do with EVs. Midnight Smoke says, my wife wouldn't like it if I was dating someone. Unless
Probably.
you guys are doing it kind of together. I mean, what's your take on that side?
Yeah, from what I can gather from my research, wives usually don't like that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing your research.
To research for that.
You need to research a lot for that. Howie says, walk around most cities would be able to pose next to any car so photos can lie. Okay, so Howie is saying that maybe somebody poses with a Ferrari, but it's not theirs. They just kind of went to that place, saw it, and then bam, took a picture with it. That's why you need to disclose these things. You need to disclose what was your ride. Again, it could be a really good add-on to your profile saying that you drive electric. Then yes, some people are gonna think you're a Democrat. And yes, some people are gonna think you're vegan. But there are some right people out there, just like me and Sai, on this podcast. 2 girls, 1 electric car. And we drive electric and we eat meat, right, Sai?
Yeah, I sit on the passenger because I can't legally drive.
Yeah,
'Cause
literally.
I don't know how to. But yeah, it's great to sit next to one who's
To
driving.
sit next to me and well to eat meat at the same time with our loose t-shirts. Where's that guy that suggested that? He's not even there anymore. This is too bad. I mean, we had a whole thing going on with this.
Post it on Reddit, someone.
Yeah, someone posted on Reddit. We made the t-shirt just for this guy and he's not there today. You should totally date if you're married. Never stop dating your spouse. Keep the romance alive.
So cute.
Okay, so you should definitely bring your wife or spouse or however common law partner, blah, 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 in your Tesla or in your EV and have a little soiree, a little date night in the car. I mean, the car is kind of like one of the rooms of your apartment, home, or whatever. Your car is a big investment. It's something, well, it's not an investment because it's not going to bring you money, but you get it.
A lot of people lost their virgin.
That is where lots of people lost their virginity, in back seats of cars, because
Really?
it's kind of like your first home.
Oh,
Pull.
we need a poll.
We need a pull.
Did you lost your virgin?
Did you lose your
I'm still a virgin.
virginity
Still a virgin.
in the back of a car? Okay, it can be the front too, don't worry.
Yes, no.
Yes, no, add option, still a virgin. Wonderful, the poll is live. Oh la la, I love this, I love my job. Okay. So the poll is happening right now. Yes, car sex is a thing. Car sex is definitely a thing.
Oh, it's a good poll.
Some people do it, some people don't.
Having virgin.
We don't have any virgins. Come on, bring your kids. What are you waiting for?
We need you.
This podcast is family friendly. Okay, Electric Brian adds there is a romance mode in Tesla. What?
Really? Is that true?
I
was gonna
don't know.
ask.
Maybe it's an Easter egg. Maybe I don't have it on mine. Yes, Sai, research this.
Oh,
He says
surely.
it puts a fire on the screen and turns on the heated seat and plays romantic music. Does it play Barry White? Like, what does it play? Or Michael Bublé? Sway with me. I mean, is that what happens? That would be so cool.
There is a romance
There is?
mode in Tesla.
Okay, which models? How do we activate this?
We need to
Me and Sai need to
you
do
have
this.
to put it in park.
Okay, that's a
and-
good point. yeah, park it
Then
before
you
you
have to
romance.
select toy box.
Oh, Toy Box is on the New Year models. I don't think we have
Yeah, in toy box screen, there's an option to select romance. From the
Oh.
romance, you can select get cozy.
that. Okay, it's on. It's so on. Okay, we don't have it. Okay, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/2girls1electric car, so that we can change or upgrade my Tesla Model X for something that actually has the toy kit on it, so that we can me and like side test all these crazy things like the
Yeah.
romance button on there.
We want to see that.
I definitely want to see that. I want to feel that heat, yeah? Okay, so in our poll, which has a few votes, I'm going to let it there a little bit longer. I'm going to let it there. It's just because some people are still not virgins enough for me. So let's move on to our first point, because we're talking dating with an electric car, meaning you own an electric vehicle and you are on the dating scene, or maybe you're not on the dating scene anymore, but you still own an electric car. So some people are coming to you with a lot of big things.
Where is the
Where is?
virgin guy on
Where's the virgin? Yeah, Kirsten, he's not
Where's
there.
Kirsten?
Kirsten's not there. Kirsten's not there anymore. I don't know why, but if you find Kirsten, make sure he comes over.
Make Kirsten.
He was,
Tell him to
yeah,
here and
come on, Kirsten, because Kirsten was my only virgin fan, from what I know.
The Electric Brian seems to have such clarity and good points. He's definitely dating, I feel.
Okay, what is he saying? What is he saying?
He said also you can go to an empty parking lot, set up a picnic, and use the Tesla boombox to play music outside the car. He has everything planned out.
So he used it before.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, Electric Brian. So you're the Casanova of electric vehicles. We're gonna call you Electric Casanova Brian now. Perfect. Michael Duders, thanks for dropping in. We are talking about dating or the dating scene with an electric car. Charging station romance. Let's start with this. First point. Now, of course, while you wait for your EV to charge, you can listen to our amazing podcast because we have a big playlist on the YouTube channel. You can find it underneath the label podcast. So go ahead right there. It's going to be there forever, always. And then, well, while you're waiting for your EV to charge, you can also, get dating. You can have a little date. You can maybe, go on a dating app. I don't know. Do all of these things, okay? So that being said, there's a few ways to date at electric charging station or charging stations. You can stay in your car and open Tinder, but where would the fun be? Maybe you want to date some of the people that are just like you. Yeah. So you can simply get out of your car, go knock on windows, and be like, "Hey, how are you?" That's a really good way to do it.
I like your rim.
I like your rim. I mean, of course, the car does not have like a wedding band or anything like that, so you need to be cautious about that. There's possibilities that these people are married or have partners, but it just starts as a casual conversation. Doesn't need to start as parking in the parking lot. You don't need to go there right here, right now.
Clean your rim.
Can I clean your rims? What have you got in your back seat? Howie says a vegan driving an EV must be, P0RN for some people. Definitely a vegan driving an EV must be like one of these like extreme things that you would want if you are that type of person. Okay, so what else could you do, like, Sai, as a charging station romance? So you're there, you're plugging, you still need to wait. So why not bring your girlfriend for a date, right?
Yeah, or like see if you like anyone there and start up a conversation.
Maybe you like their car first.
Yeah, ask them about their car and where they got the car and start the conversation and be like, yeah.
And then can I wait
are you
in
vegan?
your car?
Do you eat animals?
Maybe not start with that.
Maybe not start with that.
Okay.
Just put it in
later.
That sounded horrible.
Yeah, just put it in later. Not right now.
No. You don't do that the first time before talking to someone. Wow, this conversation is weird.
Okay, this conversation is over. Perfect. Thank you, Sai, for your input. That being said, charging station romance can happen in many different ways. So yes, you could have a date at the charging station. You're already waiting. So bring your wife, bring your, I don't know, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Bring that.
Bring them to the charger.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day. I mean, it's cheap. It's different. It's super cheap. I mean,
that's what you look for when you want to go on a date. Is it cheap?
Exactly.
Oh,
Is
wow,
it cheap?
feels
Some
so
people
special.
don't have money. I mean, some people don't have money right now. Inflation is crazy. Yes.
Would you like to come on a Friday night charging with me?
Yeah, if you'd like to come on a Friday night charging with me at a supercharger.
Is this your perfect night for you?
And then while you wait at the charging station, maybe your actual EV does not have heated seats. So you could go and knock on other people and be like, "Do you have heated seats? I'm a bit cold. Can I wait with you?" I mean, prostitutes have been using it for a long time, so why not you? It works. I mean, it really does work. Just get in the, "Hey, do you have entertainment on your screen? Could we watch a movie while I charge? Mine is broken." Okay, might work better if you're a girl, just putting it out there. But if you are a man, please do tell us, how would you get a date at the charging station? What is your definite that could work? Are you gonna open your trunk? Chris is like, let's not do that.
Yeah,
Chris, you're married 30 years. I mean, this is a new dating scene, people. It did not exist.
We started Last Laugh and the Devil.
Yeah, we started like it's perfect. So that being said, most of our viewers right now, did you lose your virginity in the back of a car? Like 8% say yes. So some people actually lost their virginity. Now we don't know if it's the back seat per se, if it's the car. I mean, that could have been led. 83% say no, they haven't. Oh, and we have 8% that are still virgins on the live chat.
Oh,
so
really?
this is great. Okay, well, thank you to all the virgins, the not virgins, and the people who own electric vehicles, because I'm Piper and I'm with
Sai.
And we are here to entertain you and talk to you about things related to electric vehicles, just like dating if you do own an electric vehicle.
This electric Brian guy is too smooth, I feel.
Too smooth?
Yeah, he thinks about things, so I think
Yeah.
definitely right about him.
Okay, perfect. So it's electric Casanova Brian. If you show me your frunk, I'll show you my sub trunk. This is good. This is really good. Okay, Electric Brian, keep some for later because we do have a little place in the podcast for the best pickup lines, AV related. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Go Google some if you're just tuning in. Okay. Now let's move on to point number 2: range anxiety versus commitment. Ooh, I know. Okay, where's the correlation there, Piper? The thing is, I mean, range anxiety can feel very scary for some people. That's why it's called range anxiety, meaning that you need to do all of these things to make sure that you'll have enough battery to get to where you want to go. Exactly like gas. Like gas vehicles, same. But, the people who have electric vehicles often, well, they need to compensate for that range anxiety. So what do? They plan more. They're the best at planning. So they also do like more of all of that. So you need to plan, you need to organize. I mean, you need to be on top of things. Meaning that somebody that has an EV, they might be just better at committing. Yes, because they're better at organizing their life around, well, the charging of the vehicle, the road trips, they need to input A to B. It's all in the plan. See that, Chris? Yeah, exactly. It's all in the plan. So what do you think, Sai? You think like people who have electric vehicles would be a bit more organized? You know, because there's not superchargers everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. They might be. They also like this feeling of having an EV, right? And like this different kind of a car and taking care of it and making sure you're on top of things and stuff. Maybe you're better at committing in relationships. I don't know.
Yeah, if you own an electric vehicle. So if you do own an electric vehicle, do you think you're better at committing in relationships? Because Chris owns EVs and he's been with the same woman for 30 years. I mean, so that's saying a lot. That's definitely saying a lot.
Wow.
If you're just tuning in, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we bring you podcasts like this one that you're listening to right now and also other videos and entertaining facts about electric vehicles. Chris says, on the West Coast, no, they have chargers everywhere. In other places, I think they are forced to plan better or to drive. Like up north. If you go to Dawson Creek, just like the TV show, maybe you'll need to plan a little bit better. Of course, the Tesla, I know this because I own a Tesla, plans for you. Yeah, it does plan when you input the address where you want to go. It plans how and when you're going to need to charge. How, when, where. So that is all taken care of. But still, you need to plan that charge time, which sometimes can be, well, yes, longer than going to the gasoline shop. That also takes a lot less time still today, but we're gonna get over that very, very soon, people. It's coming. So maybe, just maybe, people that have electric vehicles would be better at commitment because they chose to have an EV, even though like they were, especially right now, early adopters. It costs a little bit more money. Okay, less in maintenance and all of that, but you need to account for all these superchargers. You need to plug it every day. I mean, all of these things. Yeah. So what do you think? Drop a comment in the live comment section and let's move on. Sai, did you have anything else to add?
Nothing. Just that just because you're good at taking care of your EV and planning, maybe just you're good at it and you're not good at relationships because you don't care about the relationship as much as you care about your car. There are people like that.
There are people like that. People who care more about their cars than everything else. So you would need to find that other person that cares as much as you care about their car. So maybe that's why you need to find somebody at a supercharger. Because they're going to care about their car too.
Yeah, they care about their car. Let's see if they also care about you and having a relationship.
Yeah, with you and your car.
Yeah. In a different way. Yeah.
Oh, you can also check, this is a good point. You can check if their car is dirty to see how dirty they are.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you can be like, can you open your trunk, please?
Maybe not.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I want to see your trunk. Just like Electric Casanova Brian said.
That would immediately tell you if they're into you or not. If they say no,
Yeah.
or tell you to go away, or
Yeah.
you're a creep, that means they don't like you. And if
Exactly.
they're like, sure, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Then
So-
it's all open. It's open. You can start something big then.
Your browser history.
Yeah, then after that, there's the trunk and then it's the browser history. Because on the Teslas, you have browser history. I mean, it's that thing. We're talking about dating in the electric vehicle scene. Max Power just dropped in. Hey, Max, thank you very much. Carl is saying that there were only 2 charging stations at the downtown parking lot here. Yeah, it's a bit the same thing in Vancouver. We only have 2 superchargers. Tesla superchargers in the downtown. There's more EV chargers, there are, but not Teslas. Chris Pankage adds, range anxiety is driving an EV across Texas, USA. You cannot make a mistake. So maybe that's where you need to go on your first date, you know, to see if your couple will survive.
Oh, it's
Just-
a braking car.
Yeah.
You know when you meet a girl, no more battery, we're stuck here in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere.
Oh, you can actually like enforce that. So you can make sure that you run out of battery so that you're stranded together and see how she reacts to that.
Is that the new way
To attract girls. Yeah, and keep them. Also, the thing is, if you do have like this range anxiety and you bring, well, your new date in the car with you, it's a bit like going on your first road trip or your first travel. Some people can just not live together or travel together. So that means that there should not be a couple. That being said, well, they would be a great way for you to test this relationship out. Range anxiety can put a lot of stress on a lot of people. Meaning you'll test it right away. It's like a test drive, but for your relationship. It's wonderful. Max Power says, yeah, 5-year commitment until you change it for a newer model. I think he's talking about the car, not the woman.
That,
It's just like, some people can live with a car just like a quarter full. And
Exactly.
the person says, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, some people can live with their cars at like there's still like 1/4 full of gas. It's the same thing for range and for batteries. So you'll know right away if you're a person that needs for the car to be filled up, or if after like half of it is out, you need to go back. Because I'm that type of person. I need for my vehicle or my phone or my computer, because they're all the same because I drive an electric vehicle, Tesla Model X. I need for it to be like half full. Preferably half full, at least half full. The rest I kind of stress out. But it was the same with my gas vehicle, so I didn't change. Chris Pankage, turn off the HVAC, drive in spring when it's cool, and make sure your tires are inflated. You'll make it. Okay, that was for going across Texas, because I guess Texas is all about oil and gas. So of course there's less superchargers over there. Plus it's huge. I mean, Texas is huge. It's like this thing is enormous. Now, did you rent them? I don't know. Or did they not know the 15% over unsaid rule? What are we talking about right now? Are we talking about the 5-year commitment? Yeah, that's probably when you rent a car. Except they make Tesla in Texas. Yeah, they do make Tesla in Texas. In in Austin? There's two big factories. So I guess like the manpower is there. When I say man, I mean with a big M. Okay, don't freak out all the girls that are listening right now. All the 0 girls. You are listening to While You Wait, the podcast that is broadcasted live at 12 p.m. Pacific time. That's Vancouver time. So make sure you're there for it. In the live format. Then you can always listen to it, watch it again on the YouTube channel. It's underneath the podcast playlist. Yes. Okay, let's move on to our third point. Pickup lines. Yeah, Electric Casanova Brian was doing great, but let's transfer some of those pickup lines that you might have used in the past. We need to make them electric now. We need to bring them down to the future. Yeah, so pickup lines in the live comment, go crazy, give us your best pickup lines, and then we need to adapt them to vehicles and to electric vehicles. We have Tony De Vera who just dropped in. I drove my Tesla Model Y. Why? To remote northern Idaho, across the Sawtooth Mountains, around Christmas, through snowstorms, and had little range anxiety. Well, this is good for you. I doubt you'd experience it in Texas. Well, I don't know. Take it from Chris. He's done it. Or just fight. In the comment section. But we want your best pickup lines. Sai, can you open the ball with like a great pickup line?
A great pickup line?
Well, great. That's debatable, right?
Ah, yeah, that's it was really debatable after I say mine.
Okay, let's give it to us. Give it to us.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. Your hand, it looks so heavy. Can I hold it for you?
Oh, that's the cutest thing ever. That's so cute. So your hand is so heavy. Can I hold it for you? I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So that would be one pickup line. How would we switch that to electric vehicles, Sai, or like just vehicles in general?
I don't know. You're the Tesla owner.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for dropping it on me like this. Okay, so you could say, oh, the charger is so heavy. Looks so heavy in your hand. Can I hold it for you? And then it's so gallant that you would like plug for the other person because you're already out there. And it's true that sometimes it twists and turns and it's all weirded out, the cords of the Tesla supercharger. Yeah. Okay. Make a Mark is there. Thank you, Make a Mark, for tuning in. Don't worry, I have white seats. It won't stain. This is really good. This is really good.
This is the best one. Love it.
So far, yeah. And Make a Mark, you are.
Will have white seats.
Your next car will have white seats now. Is that thing? It was a huge debate because the Model Y like started having like these white seats, like super ultra white.
They call it ultra.
Yeah, ultra white. And people who like wear jeans are like, it's not gonna work out. Even my sort of cream beige seats are all not cream and not beige anymore because I wear lots of black. Okay, what we got here? What we got here? This is just funny. Okay, how we're going with Howie's joke now, but you need to share this video. There is a little share arrow right underneath. Share it so that we can all laugh about best pickup lines ever. We are talking about dating and electric vehicles mixed together. It doesn't really matter. We're open to anything right now. Howie says, did you hurt yourself when you fell from heaven or landed on my EV and landed on my EV? Okay, that's good. So that means that the angel landed on your EV. That's perfect. Well, if you're at the charging station, that makes a lot of sense. Like, that would be funny. Now, Chris Pankage says, yeah, I had the white also. They stay white, that's for sure. Okay, that's good. So they literally, like, stay white. Perfect. So this is good to know. Maybe you need to spray them or, like, take care of them. Yeah, in that way. Okay. Anything else? Nobody has like some great pickup lines that we can definitely implement for your EV dating or your next supercharging date? Supercharged date, people.
Mark a Mark so far is the winner.
Yeah, Make a Mark, you're the winner so far. Nah, don't worry, I have white seats. It won't stain.
My favorite.
This is the best. This is the best.
It's
Very
pretty good,
manly.
yeah.
If you're lesbians, that might not work as well, but I mean, we can always adapt it. We can always find something. Will Garcia says, let's take my Tesla to the drive-in, plug in, and do some other plug-in in the back seat.
Oh.
Well, that's very forefront, right?
Yeah, it's too much.
You want to plug all the way.
I don't know.
There's too much for size.
It's
too much
for
Not
me,
for
yeah.
first date, right? Not for first date. Not for first date.
Maybe
Third date?
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
it's just a bit cringe.
a
in my
bit cringe.
opinion, yeah.
Okay. So Sai is the researcher, and she also is the younger person here. So if you want to date younger females, don't do that. She's against it. Now you know. Great. So give us your best pickup lines. Come on, let's move it. Let's move it to that. The angel one is good because a lot of people say that. Oh, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Or oh, was your father a thief because he stole all the stars and put in your eyes? You can say, hey, was your father a thief because he stole all the electricity and put it in your eyes? I mean, that could work too. That would be a bit weird, right? You'd be like, why are our eyes so electric? Maybe that will work if that person very staticky. Okay, Make a Mark says the biggest flex is saying sorry to being late. I was charging my car. Oh yeah, this is like an excuse some people could use, right? We talked about this.
Yeah, that's well, right now it is a legit excuse, but again,
You need to
account
plan for this.
Plan for it, right?
Yeah.
You have an EV, you plan for everything.
So
Plan
you,
for it.
you shouldn't use this excuse. It gives EV owners a bad name. Okay, let's go. Chris has something. Sorry, I need to replace my pants. Okay, Chris Pankage, you must have good taste because your car looks exactly like mine. This is good.
Yeah,
This is
that's
good.
not bad.
That's good. Well, because I mean, Teslas do look a lot alike, and then if you're at the Tesla supercharger, you are likely to find more Teslas. If you don't have a Tesla, it doesn't matter. There's still like Tesla is opening up their superchargers to other vehicles, other EVs, so that could work. But in the end, I mean, it's always like that. You can still say you drive EV and I drive EV. Okay, yeah.
The guy that we had an interview, is this a unicorn Tesla?
Yeah.
Are you so?
It's so true. So there's like one guy, Andrew, that we interviewed in the pilot on Two Girls One Electric Car. And he said like, my Tesla is a unicorn. And he was married with 2 kids. So we wanted to know more, but you could use that. You could be like, you know what? My Tesla is a unicorn. You want to be my next unicorn? That only works if you have a partner. And then we have here, okay.
Or you can make it super cringe if
Oh,
you
yeah?
want.
Go
My
ahead.
Tesla is a unicorn. Do you want to touch its horn?
Yeah, definitely. That just went way past the 18 plus mark.
Don't use that. Don't use it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, Star is definitely becoming the worst part of us.
See, it's just sobbing off of me.
Yeah, it's seeping in. It's all that electrifying energy. I'm Piper. This is
Sigh.
And we are here on While You Wait, the podcast that entertains and is talking about dating with an electric vehicle. So give us your best or your worst electric vehicle pickup lines. Okay, we have, Carl says, I have actually heard that one more than once. Okay, so Carl has been picked up with the you must have good taste because your car looks exactly like mine. So that has happened to Carl. Then Tony de Vera says, how are we doing this? 120 volt, 240 volt, or DC fast charging? This is good. Is it like a quickie or are we going for a marathon? But like, how long would you want to take? 120 volt, that's going to be like 24 hours. 240, 12 hours. Then DC fast charging, I mean, 20 minutes max, like tops.
So far is the winner.
Yeah, Make a Mark so far has the best joke. Come on, people, we need to top it off. Yeah, we need for him to like lose his #1 place. You can do this. I mean, Electric Casanova Brian was pretty good with his first one. But we need more, we need more. Okay, How We End says you're welcome to use my supercharger anytime. I mean, that depends how fast does it charge. We need to know.
Oh yeah, because you know, if the guys say that,
Yeah.
the woman goes like, depends how fast do you charge.
Exactly.
You cannot answer, I charge fast.
No, you cannot answer you charge fast. You need to deliver.
Charge is better for the battery.
I charge slower. It's better for the battery. That would work so well. That would work so well. Okay, Carl says I should put a unicorn and rainbow decal on Vita's rear window. Definitely a flamingo and a pineapple too. So if you don't know this, flamingo and pineapples are literally. This video is so not monetizable. Good thing we're not monetized yet. If you want to support us, go to our patreon.com/2girlsoneelectric car. So flamingo and pineapples are a swinger community logos.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So, well, if she's 10 years old, no. But if it's like, grown people, it's the reverse pineapple, the flamingo, and then the unicorn, that would just be like for unicorn hunters. So couples who are looking for a woman. And then if it's a bull, that's just like a couple that is looking for a male. Third. Now, Piper, how do you know all this? I don't know. I like to stop at superchargers and Google things. Chris Pankage, the Villages. I can throw a rock to the most famous place on earth for that. No idea what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Are you
I don't know.
understanding some of
No,
that?
I
The
don't.
Villages, are we talking about like the villages like in a rural area? Or are we talking the villages like gay people villages? Look it up.
Please don't throw a rock at gay people villages.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing all of your best pickup lines. I still need to do this. Okay, perfect. I'm good. Okay. this was so entertaining, but we are not finished. Yes, you better just like stay right here. Oh, okay, so famous for the upside down pineapple. That's what Chris says. So the villages are famous for the upside down pineapples. So swingers, people. Some people like swings. You can't install a swing in your Tesla. It's not a thing. So let's move on to the Tesla effect. What is that? What is that? The Tesla effect. I have been in an actual Tesla effect moment. Yes. What does that mean, Piper? You were studied? I mean, some people experimented on you? You were probed? No. Even better. When I was at a Tesla supercharger, I opened my Falcon doors. And that had the effect to attract all male people near my car. So if you are a woman and you're looking to get some male attention, or lesbian, I don't know, you decide, whatever, opening up these Falcon doors will give you a lot of attention. And this is what I call a guy magnet. You open those Falcon doors and people come and talk to you. Now, of course, you need to like get out of your car and be nice with them. But in that sense, yes, some of these vehicles, some of these Tesla vehicles could get you somewhere. In the back seat. Get it? Okay, perfect. So I have experienced this for real. If you're at a Tesla supercharger and you do own something special with your car, you should definitely mention it. Either you mention it's a unicorn one, I don't know, that you can't see, so you're gonna need to say it like verbally to people. But then if you have a Tesla Model X just like I do, you definitely want to open those Falcon doors for no good reason. I mean, this is how I do it. Sometimes I even put my purse in the back just so I can open the Falcon door. Yeah, that's how crazy people are with their vehicles, right? Better than Louis Vuitton purse, way better. Cost a lot more too. So you better just like put your purse there. Tony De Vera says camp mode. Yes, we talked about camp mode a little bit. People like to use camp mode. And did you know, and that is something that Electric Brian brought to us, yes, that there is an actual romance mode on there. A cozy mode that allows you to heat the seats, to put some nice music. And well, to get it going for when you have dates in your vehicle. I know, this is so cool, right? Chris Pankage says, it wasn't the car, sweetheart, because not all Tesla women are equal, if you know what I mean. No, it's not true. It was my car. Stop it. It was my car. I got Falcon doors. Of course it's the car. I mean, I haven't seen like many different type of women owning Teslas. I have a lot of friends who have Teslas, actually. A lot of them. They're a bit older than I, though. I have to say I'm like the youngest one of them that owns a Tesla. But every time I go to the supercharger, there seems to be a big male population. It's like if guys actually go charge. That's like their thing. I've seen always more male charging than females. That being said, it's a bit like on the internet and on dating websites. So if you're a woman, well, make sure you buy the Tesla Model X just like me. Open those doors. Yeah. Loosen up. Just like our t-shirts, right, Sai?
Definitely.
Yeah, loosen up. Open those windows. Open those doors. And make sure that people can actually talk to you. Because the Tesla effect is real. It's completely real. Then Mega Mark says, I'm so grateful my wife shares my passion in Teslas. That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. You can't have a partner who doesn't share the same interest as you in electric vehicles. Yeah. If your wife partner is not watching or listening to this podcast with you, or even better if they do it without you, you know why? Because that doubled the views for me. Yeah, okay. Well, that's because you need to have shared interests and passions. That is why we are talking about dating and electric vehicles. So if you do have a passion for it and you are all early adopter on this, you want your partner to be the same thing. Chris Pankage says, my wife loves Musk. Well, maybe that's an issue though. I mean, I don't know. He had a lot of wives and he makes baby to all of them so far. So yeah. I would be aware, right, Sai?
Yeah, he's into all the population and growing the population.
Yeah, with his very own sperm. Okay, moving on to another subject, and that would be silence. Yeah. Na, 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 na. Sound of silence. Are we talking about this? Yes, we're talking about the fact that EVs are really, really quiet. And I know some people, well, they prefer to have dates in quiet environments. Why? Well, because you can hear the other person talk. You can actually put on some music, or you can watch a movie like we discussed at the beginning of this podcast. And, well, having a quiet vehicle or quiet ambience for a date is always preferred. Now, it's gonna allow you to speak more and not yell at each other, which is also great. So the electric vehicle would be perfect setting for a date because it is so quiet. Even on the road, it is quiet. So if you're looking to get to somewhere and talk to each other, well, the EV is definitely perfect. I mean, I have nothing against the but sometimes you can't hear each other because your muffler's doing so much noise that we're just gonna get there and not talk the whole way there. Tony De Vera says L2 chargers are better for hanging out than superchargers. Well, because you got a lot more time. You got like 9 hours, right? So I mean, you get lots of time. If it doesn't work with the first batch of people that are there, you just wait for the other ones to be there. It's like great turnover. Carl says, I'm getting Cadillac EV commercials on YouTube now thanks to this page. Is anyone else getting them too? Oh, very interesting. So this is something that you need to know about the way ads work. And we've seen this on Facebook too with our Facebook page, which has the same name, 2 Girls, 1 Electric Car. And that is, if you watch the videos till the end, if you really, really like dedicate and watch or listen to the podcast and videos till the end, YouTube will present them to you again. Of course, we would prefer if you subscribe. Thank you very much for all of you who are already subscribed. But the thing is, if you give all that time to the channel, it's going to present you things that are similar. So yes, it will change you. I hope you're ready to be EV-fied by Piper and
Sai.
yeah, so cool. We're talking about dating and electric vehicles, and yes, we are EV-fying you. So cars can be really quiet, especially electric vehicles. Plus, well, we just dropped the Amazon wishlist. If ever you want to support us in purchasing things for our car, yeah, this is not for us. We already got the t-shirts. We're good. You can purchase things so that when we go on road trips, we have a better road trip. We're going to test them, review them, make videos, shorts, and pictures with all of the things that you purchase on the Amazon wishlist. Thank you very much to all of our generous supporters. Now, Chris Pankage says, I would never take a date to a charger. That's part of the EV ownership planning. Stopping at the gas station and smelling like gas is just as bad. Okay, so you mean you tank before you tank, right? So you would not go to the supercharger, but that's the date though. We're not saying that you need to go there because, oh, before going to the restaurant, honey, we need to go to the supercharger. No, that's your actual date. Plus, if you're looking to get like more couples and your swingers, it's perfect because there's a lot of people there. So you can just get out of the car or stay in the car if you want a little bit more romantic, like this little space. And that could be a great date, even for people who have kids, and don't maybe have that much time or money. You just like leave the kids with the nanny or the babysitter. You go to the Tesla supercharger, you supercharge. It's ready for your whole rest of your week. You've done that as a couple. You watch a few things, eat a few things, then you find a nice place to park, and you're good. Bam, done. Okay, Tony De Vera says EV is basically an air-conditioned room with wheels. A deconstructed coffee shop that's just the small kiosks. Like 40 L2 chargers and parking lot Wi-Fi would be really cool for community. That is true. If at the superchargers, they did have a little bit more amenities sometimes that are kind of part of the superchargers. Because right now, superchargers are located in great places. That's why we have like the supercharger reviews that we do as long-form videos sometimes. You can find them on the channel, 2 Girls, 1 Electric Car. And the thing is, well, these amenities are kind of not included in the Tesla supercharger infrastructure. But if Tesla had this little kind of coffee machine, this little rest area place that they would implement, it would be very nice.
Also, if like your EV can make a coffee, that
Ooh.
would be great.
That would be awesome.
Like you just like bring the kettle or whatever and it just makes the coffee for you. I think that would be something awesome.
And it would be great for people to communicate. Yeah, we tried it. We tried it with an espresso. So we bought an inverter. We plugged the inverter in the 12 volt and it did not have sufficient power to run the Nespresso, unfortunately. So we are going to need to purchase at one point with enough patreons.com/2girls1electriccar. We're going to need to purchase a coffee machine that is pluggable in the 12 volt battery so that we can actually make coffee for people when they're charging, and then we exchange that for subscribers. Yeah, it's a deal. I mean, always a service, people, always a service. And then Howie says, having a silent car is a great advantage when dropping your date off in early hours. Ooh. Ooh.
Is the parents watching you?
Yeah, Aoi, how old are you? Are the parents of that date watching you?
Yeah, how old is your date, bro?
I mean, okay, so, or are you dropping your mistress at her boyfriend's house?
We need more details.
We do need more details, but that makes sense. If you were 15, 16, and you were taking your car, like your parents' car, and then you went out all night in a sexy mode with the Tesla, then you kind of you drop them by and they don't hear anything because EVs are so silent. They really are. And then Tony says, I keep a 12-volt boiler in my Model Y, do a lot of car camping through multiple week trips. That makes sense. Yeah, I need that. I definitely need that. Now, who is all for bringing your date back home? To her parents or whatever, super silently. I mean, is that really an issue? I mean, in rural areas, most certainly. Your urban areas, I don't see why.
Yeah,
you would
I don't
need
understand why that would. Maybe he means like if you're like a teenager going in a, then it will make sense. Otherwise, I don't know if I want details.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So after the silence, we got a nivifying match. Meaning, like we said, I think it's Mika Mark who said that. I'm so grateful my wife shares my passion in Teslas. Well, that makes sense. So you need to be compatible. Now, some people actually have the same vehicles. They do have that. And some couples don't. I mean, I met a couple, the guy had a Jeep, the girl had a Yaris. So you see, this is weird compatibility. Now, if both drive motorcycles, that makes sense. If one of them does, the other one doesn't, but they backseat, that's okay. But in that sense, you need to have kind of the same brand, the same electric vehicle, the same desire to be an EV person. It's such a big statement, right? Side to be electric.
Yeah, I think it is. It could be a statement for a lot of people, but it could also just be because you think the car is cool.
Exactly, but still, would you have a partner that has like a gasoline vehicle if you have an actual EV? That could be very like.
I mean, it depends on why you have the EV. You're not against gas cars. You just like the EV for the way it looks. I don't see a problem.
Maybe it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's the same thing. As a vegan, would you date someone who's not a vegan, right?
Well, no, they wouldn't.
But because they are like super like
religious about veganism.
Yeah, exactly. They're like super into it.
I would cook a steak there, and then your partner is there, but is a vegan.
Yeah. But they won't stay vegan for a long time after that. But I think with cars it's different because you buy a car because you're not like super into the EV. You just love the car or the features. You have nothing against gas cars, so it could be both ways.
It could be both ways.
What about the argument? I need to put gas on my car. If you had an EV.
Exactly.
Argument.
Yeah, it could lead to these types of arguments. Like, hey, Arthur Morrison, thank you for the love. Share this video with a friend, a family member, or somebody you're looking to date. This is Dating with an Electric Vehicle with Piper and Sai on the podcast called While You Wait. There's a little share arrow right down there. Click it, share it, Facebook, X, Reddit. You can also copy paste that URL and send it through text message. Yeah, it's that easy. So yeah, what if your partner is like, oh, I need to go fill up the car because, there's no more gas in it. And then you're like, well, if you had an electric vehicle, you could just plug it at home. You wouldn't need to go fill it up with gasoline. So that could lead to like really big debates, or fights too. I mean, because you have like a different type of car, so you have a different type of thing you need to do. Yeah, same thing if you have an EV and your partner doesn't. Well, maybe they're like tired of you going and plugging it at superchargers for an hour while you're listening to While You Wait. Yeah, maybe they don't want you to do that. Maybe that's not a thing. So you need to be aware of getting that partner, especially if you're in the market for a partner right now and you are in the market for an EV at the same time. I mean, maybe that's gonna shock a lot of people that you're switching up. What if you were always like a gasoline person and then bam, last minute you decide that you like electric vehicles now? Imagine your partner. Does it feel like cheating? I have no idea, but it's very interesting. So leave a comment. Variety is super cool. Different views make it spicy. And sometimes you can see the other opinion better. Okay, so Chris Pankage is saying that literally, well, having a partner that has a different view could be good. Spicy in the way. Some people like to fight. Like some people literally want that in a partner. I'm definitely not that type of person. But I mean, if that's your thing, then you could argue that you're gonna get an EV just so the other person like fights more with you.
But it's also good. I see his point. If you have someone who's exactly like you in everything, it could get boring. But what's important here is your values should be the same. The person is different, but your core values should be the same. Otherwise, it would mean no learning, growing would happen. It's just be fighting.
Exactly.
So it's not like you have to be clones of each other, but your core values should like be the same. Otherwise, you can have different personalities, of course.
Yeah, you can have different type of EVs or different types of cars.
Yeah, exactly. But if someone is like super into EVs, the EVs are the best, then it's not a good idea to date someone with a
Well,
gasoline
no, because
car.
there's gonna be lots of friction there. Well spoken, side. That's from Chris, 100%. Yeah, great. And yeah, life gets boring fast if you and your partner have too much in common. I get it. How you would share, learn, and grow together. That's exactly it. For all the things you know and the ones you don't. So it's fine if you change your mind and if something else happens. But in that way, if you are on the market for somebody, well, make sure that you find somebody compatible with you. Do the handshake. Make sure that they know that you love electric vehicles, or else, well, you might be in this situation where you meet this person and you're like, yeah, I have an EV, and then you realize it's more than that. It's like I have an EV, plus I'm subscribed to 2 Girls One Electric Car, plus I listen to their podcast, so you're really like, a person that likes electric vehicle. Howie N says, is owning an EV the equivalent of being vegan? This is a good question. Yeah,
No.
but I would say no. Yeah, for many reasons. Oh, my cue card. For many reasons, I would say no because, well, okay, it depends on where you're at on the spectrum of electric vehicles. Some people are really eco crazy, like Greta. They have climate change anxiety, like eco anxiety, that stuff.
And then they fly private jets all the time, like Greta.
Maybe
Yeah.
like Greta, not like Greta, same but different. So that being said, I would say that everybody's on this different way on the spectrum. Most EV owners that I've met are not vegans. Vegans take public transport. Like those are the type of people that, like, vegans are really so anti climate change and stuff like that they're really more hardcore intense. So they wash their Ziploc bags and they take public transport. They don't literally buy cars. It's too
I
much
feel
of a
offended.
what? Because you take
No,
public
I'm
transport?
not really. I take public transport, but I'm not vegan.
But exactly. But you're not doing it for that purpose. You're doing it because you don't have a driver's license.
Exactly. And I have no intention of learning.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
you live far away, so you can't walk here, which doesn't make sense.
She doesn't have the choice.
No, exactly. You don't have the choice, but I think a vegan makes that choice.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And again, there's always a spectrum of things, but I have never been told that because I have an electric vehicle, I'm vegan. And I think that people who know me will know that this is impossible. Carl adds, we do not fight. We fuss over 30 seconds or less, and that's the end of it. Okay, so that's a thing. And then Chris says, absolutely not at all. I am a unicorn.
He's a unicorn.
So, yeah, you're a unicorn, Chris?
Bull.
We call that a bull usually when you're a male. That's like the real way to say it, but it's okay. You can be a unicorn if we want to. We can't judge.
No,
That's something we
anyone can
can't
be
do.
a unicorn.
Let's get to speed dating, and I'm not talking about taking your date and getting a ticket. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about speed dating with your electric vehicle. Yeah. So there's a few ways you could do this.
That, sorry, that would be cute, Camera, they take your picture, it's your first date.
Oh, then you get ticketed.
And you take ticket and then they send you pictures with
Oh.
your date, and it costs you $200.
Oh, and
Have a souvenir.
it's your first selfie with your first date.
That's
Aw, so cute.
So romantic. Oh my god. Okay, maybe then it becomes a joker or something like that person, and you're like crazy. Oh.
What?
I don't know,
Why?
like, this is criminal. This is criminal behavior. Getting speeding tickets, criminal.
But you got a selfie.
Yeah, but still
It's a free
criminal.
selfie.
It's a free selfie that costs you $200. Okay, don't do this. We didn't tell you that you could do this. Now, meaning that you could speed date as superchargers too. Yeah, you could literally just go to every car and ask them how they are. This is kind of like speed dating. So go there when there's a lot of cars that are charging. That way you get more variety. Then, of course, well, you could also just speed date. Some people have literally never felt the torque on an EV. So you can totally use that as a really cool, like, first date thing. You want to feel the torque. You want to feel the speed.
We need to do that to Sai.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. Sai, have you ever done that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so there was this videos of all the Teslas when they first like came in the market, where people would just kind of be drinking, and then those people would accelerate, and then the drink would like fly everywhere, because it's really instant torque. That's what an electric vehicle does, and it is really like a few G's in your face all at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It goes really fast.
Oh.
So if you've never experienced this, or well, it's like driving really fast with a car, same thing, but it's instantaneous. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I would like to.
So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do a video about that. It's going to be funny. Now, that's the thing. So you can use that as a superpower. As like, I have an electric vehicle. Have you ever been in an electric vehicle? And have you ever done that test drive? Now, you could also, yes, not just bring them for a run and a ride and like go instant torque on them. That could be fun. But maybe they want to drive your car. And that's another super good point. Some people, even in the EV community, like with my Tesla Model X, well, they haven't never driven a Tesla Model X, and maybe they have a Model S. Or maybe you have a Kona like Chris, and the other person has a Tesla and they want to try it out. So you could always go at the supercharger and be like, you want to do the tour of the parking? Because the parking is already there. Superchargers are in parking lots. So just take it for a spin. Then you meet people and you're like, yeah, you want to try my car? No problem. And well, you can talk in there and you can do other things. Plus, your car is parked. It's no problem. Nobody's going to steal it. It's at the supercharger. So while it charges, you're actually doing two things at the same time. It's charging, and then you're also kind of speed dating at the same time. It's perfect. That's perfect. Like if you're a business person, this is the best thing ever. Yeah, you could also drive really fast, and that could be called speed dating.
I want to do speed dating in my Ferrari.
You could also speed date in your Ferrari, but it would not be as cool, because you need to drive EV. That's what this channel is all about. Electric vehicles, people. Dating in electric vehicles. Okay, so give it to us. What else do you think you could do with your EV that would be related to dating? We talked about drive-ins. We talked about supercharging. I mean, we talked about people taking you on dates in the electric car, going to a date in the electric car. What else can you use your electric vehicles to get dates with? I mean, for sure, if you go at like a green party thing, they're gonna love you, Arthur Morrison says, suggest a speed date app add supercharger to Tesla with a creepo panic mode.
That's nice.
That's good. Yeah, I approve that one. There should be a creepo button.
Okay, so approved by definitely need a creepo button.
It'll be pushed so many times. Probably the only one that'll be pushed.
We need to give Sai a nice psychiatrist.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a creepo button on. It would be on your Tesla, and then the Tesla would have this kind of dating app. So it would be exactly like Tinder or Grindr. You park the Tesla at the supercharger, and then you know if somebody in the vicinity is available. This is the same thing. Yeah, it would be great.
Don't charge there anymore.
Don't charge there anymore. There's too many creeps. But still, I mean, why not? I mean, Facebook is doing it. Facebook has Facebook dating. So why does not our Tesla app does not have this kind of community platform? I mean, I know Elon Musk bought X, so it's kind of the community for Tesla is X right now. But if he implemented a little bit of X in the Tesla app, we could definitely have a community. I mean, I have a community here on Two Girls One Electric Car, and this is amazing. Why not have more? Chris Pankage adds creepo mode via the toy box. The car starts screaming.
Oh wow, yeah.
That'd be like
that
great.
would be cool.
It's just like a self-defense mode.
Yeah, it goes screaming like a seagull.
Like a seagull? That's pretty good. And then we could do like only the red lights, like go crazy red lights. So for you to like go away from the car, move over. That's fine. I think I would like that. Plus, you could always hide people. I mean, it would be just like a Tinder. You just swipe it out. Okay, now that's kind of it for my cue cards. It's perfect. What?
Sentient mode, people.
Yeah, there's sentry mode and then there's creepo mode. So you would have that in there so you could film everybody that's like near your car to make sure that like this is weird. And yes, Chris says open all doors. That might be not a good idea if there's a creep there. You don't want your doors to be open, you want the doors to lock. Close all doors. This could be like the scream type of button. Just like in the movie, like I'm already inside. And you're like, what?
No. Oh my god.
No,
it's giving me Tesla like EV anxiety right now. This conversation.
Okay, let's not go for even like evil, whatever, cripple mode and all that. This is fine. We just need for people to get together at the superchargers. I mean, this is a great place. People already have EVs, so they already have one thing in common. They're there. Why not just get out of your cars and start talking? But for them to do that, I think that they're still missing some sort of a platform. And that's why we created Two Girls, One Electric Car, to make sure that people had a place to, community together with the live podcast that air at 12 p.m. every single day. So make sure you're there in the live comment section. That way you can interact in the live format. If you miss it, you can still listen to it later. Yes, because we have the podcast playlist that is on our YouTube channel. But that's what we want. Build a community of people. Now, you don't need to necessarily date all of them. You can just become friends with them. But before you start being romantic, maybe you need to be a bit friendly, right, Sai?
Yeah, that's preferred. Yeah, we have to know how the person is and everything. Get to know them in a normal, non-creepy mode way.
And then you can move on to the creepy way if that is what you desire.
Yeah, maybe you're both into it. You're both into creepy stuff.
Yeah, so you both meet at the Tesla supercharger all the time. You do like you don't know each other.
Yeah.
And then like this is how your love instigates itself.
Yeah. This one person has a huge knife in the car, and the other person has.
And then they're like, I don't want
nunchucks
this.
or something.
Nunchucks, yeah.
Two guys talking to each other and they meet and it's two guys and because they thought they were
they thought it was a woman, but it's two guys and they have the same exact passions, and then Brokeback Mountain happens. Oh, what a great movie. Sai, what else do we have on there to talk about? Because I'm done with my cue cards.
Oh, you're done with the cue cards?
Yeah, I'm done with the cue cards. So we have dating in an electric car or with an electric car. As an EV owner, how does that change your dating scene? Has it changed it for you? Are you a real chick magnet now that you have an electric vehicle? Is that different? I mean, Chris Pankage says iPhones sort of have creepo mode with the sirens and flashing light. Why can't a Tesla? Do iPhones have that? iPhones have my Apple Watch has the siren. You can do the siren. Well, you can do the siren. Well, the siren, but it yells. Yeah. So that being said, it's kind of same thing. Yeah, kind of same thing.
Oh, what about when your partner either doesn't have an electric car and then they wanna borrow your electric car?
Oh.
Are you okay with that, or you get jealous, or what happened?
Yeah, tell us in the live comment section.
You got a gas car?
Yeah, so let's say your partner.
Can I borrow your car?
Yeah, your partner has a gas car. Yeah, can I borrow your KTM?
You have a Honda?
Yeah, of course they have a Honda or a Kawasaki or a Yamaha. I mean, all the other brands that are not cool.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so Chris says the answer is no. No.
What?
I can't believe you asked.
That's sad.
What's wrong with your legs, wife? Okay, did the horse break, wife? Okay, meaning that if your partner has a gas vehicle and then wants to always use your EV because maybe you plug it at home so it's always full, it's way better.
And you don't live together yet.
Oh, maybe you don't live together yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you don't share the electricity, so it's like you're paying for them.
Yes.
And they're not your sugar baby or sugar daddy, Oh, that could make some real debates. It's like some real couple debates. So would you share your electric vehicle with your possible partner? Or would you be like, no, you buy your own electric vehicle? I mean, some people don't share cars.
Spend your own gas.
Yeah, spend your own gas. You wanted a gas vehicle, your fault. Is that a thing? Is that what gas people are doing? Yeah. I mean, because you get cold rolled sometimes, so those people definitely don't want to touch your EV. I mean, maybe some people are like, yeah, you got your EV. So if the dishes are done, she can borrow your Kona.
That's how it works.
I think in Chris's life, that's how it works. His wife is still living in the 50s for some reason. I mean, there's a temporal loophole over there. Yeah. Yeah. Chris, where's your wife? Not even the Kona. What do you lend her? Like an electric scooter? Money for the taxi? You said there's nothing like near you. How does she get around? Oh,
or does she not get around?
Yeah, probably not. She's captivated.
Oh no.
Captured, you know?
Yeah, captured. No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I don't think we want to know
Where
that.
do you keep yours? Well, okay, so the Tesla Model X is like mine, you know? I'm a woman and I own a car. We're in 2024. We can do that now. It's like I said, thing. I can also vote. If
Oh,
you didn't
really?
know.
Oh, I didn't know. I'll
I can
try
vote.
that someday.
You'll try?
Yeah, I'll
it's
try
a new
it.
thing.
It's brand new.
It's really great. You just like you take a pen and you put like a mark.
Which pen? Do I have to ask permission about the pen?
No,
Or-
not even. You just grab that pen.
Oh, wow.
It's free.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, and then they give you a sticker sometimes too. You can leave with
it's
a
free sticker. Yay.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We can vote. We can own electric vehicles and non-electric. Well, maybe it would be better if we just own electric vehicles for sure. KV says, my girlfriend and I have a Model 3. See, that's how you do it when you come in law. Plus, I keep my old Ford F-150. She usually works from home, but when she needs the car, I drive the truck. I can't stand stopping for gas now. This is a real thing. It's so true. Once you have an electric vehicle, you hate stopping for gas. Especially when you can plug your EV at home. Like I used to have like that type of home. So I would plug my EV and the EV would always be full. I mean, it would always be ready to go. But then my Mercedes, I would have to go tank it to go to the gas station. And I hated that. So I always took the EV like all the time. This is the thing. Going to the gas station is so obnoxious when you have an electric vehicle that you can plug at home. So that's cool. Actually, KV is doing it right with his girlfriend. I mean, he's lending her the Model 3 and he goes tank or fill up the car because he hates it. So it's really nice. Arthur Morrison says, you girls need to get Elon on the podcast. Yeah, we do. Call us, Elon. Call us. Definitely want Elon on the podcast. We're going to print him a shirt, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's going to get a loose shirt too.
He has so many kids. He's definitely loose.
He's definitely loose. Elon is definitely on the looser side. Elon, if you're there, make sure you comment. We're on X too. For those of you who don't know, the wife views cars simply as tools. Well, they're kind of a thing to get to point A and B, but they also can be a room. It depends. Maybe Chris, you did not initiate your wife to the ways of the car. You need to like take her out on a date in it. You need to, let her touch it a little bit. Let her make it her own. This is all the point of this. Like most basic ways, things like color and it's fast doesn't matter to her. Well, of course, because maybe she just wants to get to point A to point B. But if you get real good memories in that car, well, maybe she's gonna think more of it. I don't know. KV says, we do charge at home. She also wants nothing to do with gas cars anymore. It's true. Once you go EV, you don't go back. Like, you don't want to literally go to the gas station. It's so time consuming. It's so long. I mean, okay, I understand that if you are one person that needs to go to charging stations because you can't, like the situation I'm in right now, I need to go to superchargers because I don't have like an outlet near my parkade and things like that for my vehicle. So that doesn't work for me. That means it's kind of like going and putting gas in, but since I have this channel, it's perfect. I do the podcast while you wait, you listen to it, I listen to it, and while I charge, usually I'm actually working on this YouTube channel. So everything makes sense. It's just like an inception of electric vehicles. Chris Pankage says, same with the guitar collection. She likes those. She thinks that those are tools too. Well, Chris, maybe you didn't get the right wife. I mean, I
Who
don't know
is
what to
your
tell
wife?
you.
Who is
so
your
she
wife?
hates everything that you
Yeah.
love. But like, what happened? Did you
Where
guys?
is she from? Was she Amish?
Yeah, no technology, right? No
Yeah.
technology. I mean, Chris, we need your wife here. You're like telling all of these things, but like we need her opinion because I mean, we don't know. We don't know what she's like saying right now. So that's just your side of the story. Maybe she has a very different view. Maybe she would say something like, "Well, he never lets me touch it, so I don't care about it." Archer Morrison says there are creeps at gas stations too. Of course there
Yeah.
are. I mean, people are people, but again, most people are not creeps, so don't freak out, people. It's not because you see that like one time that it actually is like that. It's just like the haters in the comment section.
That's because one uncle touched you.
It's not because, yeah, it's not because that one uncle did something to you that everybody's like that. It's not a thing.
True fact.
Well, she's sick of cars and guitars. Maybe because you talked a little bit too much about those, right? Maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know. But so far, yeah, have you tried cooking, knitting, anything she would be interested in? I don't know what she's interested in. We need her. We need her in the live
Yeah.
comment. Like, we need to have her opinion. Because right now, we can't do that. We're biased, right? Right, Sai?
Yeah, definitely. We don't know what she thinks and what she's into. Maybe she hates knitting.
Yeah.
Maybe she's into dancing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's
I don't know
a big
her.
possibility.
Yeah.
There's a big possibility
Who
that
is
Chris's
she?
wife is just like is non-existent.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't even exist.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's the
But
whole
we
set
never
of that's
seen
a
her.
whole set of problems that should be addressed in different podcasts.
Yeah. Okay, so dating with an electric vehicle. She's a Native American. She's a businesswoman and very different. So different than you, right? Welcome to come see. Oh, you want a threesome, right? Come on, Chris. Tell her to leave a comment. We would love to get to see her. I mean, Carl also has Vita. We have like everybody like that. Will Garcia once says maybe she wants the attention he gives to his car. That is exactly it. Yes. Because, well, I mean, women get jealous sometimes when men are too precious about their toys, but not about them. So this is a good point. Oh, she's out today. She taking out the dog, doing the dishes. Like this is so like timely.
Yeah,
you know.
Do you have Find My Friend?
Yeah. Do we have Find My? Can you locate her?
Okay.
Okay, but that's an interesting point though that we're in right now with dating and electric vehicles. Meaning, yes, just like Chris is happening like right now. Well, you need to have some things in common with your wife, girlfriend, partner. If they hate your electric vehicle or it's not their thing, well, then, yeah, you're gonna need to find other outlets, like watching Two Girls, One Electric Car without your wife. And if it's something you're willing to do and that's okay with her, then it's fine. But then if she gets jealous, that's not fine, right? Sorry.
Yeah. If she's jealous, it's probably because maybe the attention prioritizing is kind of off on your end. Maybe that's it.
It's great. We're not a couple therapists, just so you know.
Yeah, we just dedicated these 15
We're
minutes.
just like YouTubers and we love to have fun, and Chris loves a good debate. So let's get right into this. This is Piper and
Side.
well, the thing is, okay, dating and electric vehicles. So if your partner does not own an electric vehicle, well, there is a chance that maybe in the future they will. But what if they tell you, yeah, I'll get one later. Yeah, I'll get one later. But then they never get one. Imagine these false promises. This could happen, right, Sai?
Definitely it could happen. Yeah. But it depends also on like, does it matter to you that much?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if it does, you need to find somebody who already has an EV.
Yeah.
Don't wait for that person to get an EV if they're like, yeah, I'll get one later. Maybe it's gonna never happen, just like those people who are always in the process of losing weight, that happens. Or there's these other people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. And they're always in the process of going to the gym, but never go to the gym.
That's true.
Like if they're not doing it, they're probably never gonna do it. Just so you know, especially when dating, you need to be aware of that. Most common use to Vita when she says, "Call my phone," so she can find it. Oh, okay. So that's how Carl, your wife, uses you. She uses you so you can call her phone, so that she can find it. That's pretty cool, you know.
I think that's cute.
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's kind of relatable, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'll help you find your phone.
Yeah,
I'll call
that's
you.
cute. That's normal.
That's normal. It's normal to help find your phone. You need to get her an Apple Watch so that she can find her phone like with her Apple Watch. But maybe you don't. Maybe you want to keep this special moment between the two of you and have that always there. Okay, so these are things that you can do with your partner. You can literally, do things with your partner that are related to electric vehicle. Yeah, you can wash it together. You can download new applications together on, Toy Box. There's a whole bunch of things. There's Easter eggs on the Teslas, most of the newer models. That could be really fun to do together. If you don't yet have a partner, you can use these things to woo people. Not in a creepo mode, way. More like in a, hey, I just have that, or I listened to this video of those two girls run an electric car and they say that there's a romance mode on the Teslas, so why not test it out this Saturday? I mean, this could be great. And then Will Garcia once says, I'm always going to the gum. I guess that means gym. One of these years I'll get there. So you're always going there, but you're never there. This is funny.
Stay fit.
Have you tried Google Maps? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna help you find the gym.
Yeah.
This would be super, super easy. So there are many things that you can do with your car and your couple, or to get girls or guys. Make sure that you listen to this podcast whenever and if ever you know somebody who wants to date and has an electric vehicle, share this video with them. Super easy. There's a little arrow right down there. You click the share and then, bam! You can share it on Facebook, on X, on Reddit, or you can copy paste the URL and send it via texto so that your actual partner can find their phone. That works too. Arthur Morrison says, my wife is stopping me buying a Model 3 Performance. Maybe she's worried about would be a babe magnet. Well, of course, I think Ferrari are still babe magnets, but the Model 3 Performance
I think your wife is fit.
does have a performance, but maybe it's just because of the price point, because it's for performance.
Honestly,
Because if she's stopping you to buy that because of the Model 3, I mean, don't go for Model X. That's definitely gonna get you babes. Model X is so cool.
for Porsche, I would say.
Yeah, go. I mean, okay, all ICE vehicles still have more rep in that repertoire than EVs, because EVs are newer, so they don't have like these huge
His
brands
wife is
behind
fine.
them.
No worries.
Yeah, I
It's
think.
not a chick mind.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Archer. Unfortunately, the Model 3. I think your wife is overreacting. You can put her on the line right now. Tell her that it's gonna be fine. So far, I only go for Model X's, and most guys do too. So it's not a girl thing. It's more a guy thing in that sense. The girls look at cars because of the money they're worth in that sense. It's not the car. It's how much you paid for it. Yes, Chris, we will watch Who Killed the Electric Car. That's definitely one of the podcast titles for a future podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Now, that's it for this podcast, but you can always listen to it, rewatch it. It is in the podcast playlist that has the same name while you wait on the YouTube channel, Two Girls, One Electric Car. I'm Piper, and
Sigh.
we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, because while you're charging, we can definitely find a girlfriend. No, don't find a mistress though, because your girlfriend is gonna be super mad at us, and I don't want that kind of heat. Right, Sai?
Definitely not.
We don't want that. No, we're gonna keep it super